On June 19, 2012, Secretary of State Hillary Clinton presented an award to 10 individuals from around the world for their outstanding work in the area of combating human trafficking. These heroes of today are not unlike the heroes of years gone by. In fact, they use many of the same tactics and strategies employed over 150 years ago in America that helped slaves find freedom through a secret network of people and places known as the Underground Railroad. Caretakers and freedom fighters, advocates and defenders, people from all walks of life gave themselves in body and spirit to bring freedom to the enslaved. Although the institution of slavery has been outlawed, human trafficking continues in the U.S. and around the world. Salmon P. Chase, a well-known politician from Ohio, was one of several law enforcement officials who found creative ways to challenge the institution of slavery based on existing laws. Salmon Chase dedicated his life with abandon to the abolitionist movement. He found himself deeply entrenched in every aspect of the cause, participating in ways far beyond his conventional role with the law.
My name is Marcelo Colombo. I'm from Argentina, Buenos Aires. I work as a prosecutor, as a federal prosecutor there, and I run a special unit involving investigation of trafficking persons there in my country.
My name is Jeannette Richardson-Baars. I'm from the beautiful island of Aruba. I'm one of the Deputy Commissioners of Police, and I'm the National Coordinator Anti-Human Trafficking and Smuggling.
I work in the very initial cases of trafficking in person. We have nowadays 60 convicted sentences in all our country, and our law is very young, it's 2008.
I think what is really tough if we put a lot of effort and time in a case and it will not lead to a conviction. If there's no conviction, you know, it will be sad, because it actually will say to the perpetrator as well, like, hey, you know, whatever, you know, you can do what you want.
I think that this type of crime, you have to change your mind so as to judge it well, to be a good judge, to be a good prosecutor, because if you are not willing to do that, you are going to miss the most important point, that is the victim, the life of a victim.
I think for me the biggest challenge was to get out of my chair and take off my police hat and look at it as helping people, you know, be more sociable, because a police officer is, you have the law, you have somebody that breaks the law, you lock them up, you convict them. It's very simple, actually. What I learned for myself was that in between there's a lot of things that happen. You know, you cannot look at it as only a police officer. You have to look at it as somebody like a social worker. And you know, if that means that I have to take out hours of my own life to do that, I will do that. Anything it takes.
One thing that I recommend to any prosecutor or judge is to hear a victim and don't delegate that task in another person, because when you are hearing 10 victims, 20 victims, you can see there a pattern, the pattern of vulnerability, of being a poor woman.
The awareness of the people is a very big issue. You know, you can tell them what is human trafficking, but they don't always see it.
We have to make their voices louder, because you are acting on behalf of these poor people, these victims who are not represented at all in the judicial system.
This is an area you need to be passionate about. If it's something you just do because if it's part of your work, you will not make it. You have to really believe that you can make a difference, and we can. I'm convinced of it.
I think my country is beginning to understand the issue.